Many girls are known for having a natural dislike to insects, but it's a bug's life for Sky Blackburn, an entomologist who has had an obsession with insects since childhood.
Since I was a little kid, I've always been fascinated by bugs.
She studies insects and keeps a vast collection of the creepy crawlies in her home. Among her cuddly companions are leaf insects, tarantulas, millipedes, and scorpions.
People don't really know about them. They just think an insect is an insect and they're all the same, but they're all really different, and a lot of the ones that live longer can even have personalities, which is the same as like a cat or a dog would really, and people just squash an insect or whatever, but you wouldn't squash a dog, would you? And it's the same thing.
And what kind of personality does it have?
This one has quite a quiet personality, so it'll sit there nice and quietly, and I take this one to schools and show the kids, and I'll put it on the kids' hands, and then when I put my hands in front, it always crawls back onto my hand because it recognises my hand. And this one blows kisses as well when she wants to come out.
But out of all her inhabitants, these slithering fellas are her favourite because she eats them.
So we're going to make some cricket and mealworm fritters. So that's basically a light batter that we're going to coat around the bugs.
Sky has included crickets and mealworms in her diet for over 8 years because they have more protein than beef and less impact on the environment.
And a little pinch of paprika, just because I like it. Cockroaches, they taste a bit gross, so I wouldn't eat those.
And if you're ever invited to one of her dinner parties, be sure to expect a cricket stir-fry.
Just for something different, like if you're having a dinner party, people want to try because it's something that we do. And you can pull the wings off too. So it doesn't take very long. Into the fryer. They have kind of like a nutty taste. The crickets and the mealworms do. But some of the insects don't taste that nice. Like cockroaches, they don't really taste nice. They're a bit acidic. Cricket.
And that's not all. TV nutritionist Zoe Bingley says they're good for you too.
Will help to sustain your appetite.
Look, I know from what I've read and what I've understood that it's a high protein based food. Some of these bugs also have some beneficial fats in them as well, which are great for brain development, heart health, cholesterol health. Also from an environmental point of view, we know they obviously have a low impact from an environment. And I guess it's something that if you look at lots of different cultures, African cultures, Asian cultures, it actually is and has always been a part of their diet as well. I think we have a very precious westernised viewpoint when it comes to a lot of foods. We don't eat lots of foods because we don't like the way they look, or we don't like to think of where they originated, but we're quite happy to eat McDonald's, which has nothing of value to it. Look, I think you've got to realise that our diet came from England, essentially. We don't have a lot of exotic foods. We're lucky now that we've got a more multicultural perspective on our foods. So we are seeing lots of different viewpoints coming in, but essentially, we were the meat and three veg culture, which is healthy, but again, it's very boring and it's very traditional. So yeah, I think it's just we have a very westernised viewpoint.
Insects are a staple part of the diet for people in South China. But here in Sydney's Chinatown, most people squirm at the thought of consuming a bug. But with the global livestock sector increasing greenhouse gas emissions, these cheap and environmentally friendly insects could be the food of the future, provided you can stomach them. We asked around Chinatown if anyone would munch on insects.
No and no. No.
It's bugs. I don't eat bugs.
So tell me, what bugs have you tried?
Well, I have tried baby silkworm, scorpion, and what else? There were lots unnamed ones, like it's really common in Canton province. People eat bugs, and it's a say, Chinese can eat literally anything that flies and swims and walks, besides chairs, airplanes, and ships.
The Canton province in southern China is renowned for its insect markets.
But I noticed that
World famous Mexican actress Salma Hayek is in touch with her culture's eating habits.
No, we eat bugs, but we don't eat horses.
you eat bugs.
Yeah.
Who eats bugs?
Mexicans, I mean... No, they're... And we have many recipes
they
for some
don't.
of them. Yes, we do.
You eat bugs.
Escamoles, which are the eggs of these little ants, and fried are amazing with a little bit of guacamole. And the worms that you see in the mezcals.
Oh, in the tequila.
There's many different recipes for
Now,
that.
have you as a part of your life, have you routinely eaten bugs?
Not routinely, but look, I'm salivating. They're delicious.
Would people change their tune if celebrities like Salma did more to encourage a bug diet?
Yes, straight out, yes. We all know that celebrities sell things very effectively. They have a way of actually being put into the spotlight and conveying a message where other people obviously can't get to that reach the same way.
The little grasshoppers, they have a smoky flavor to them. I
Right.
think it's the way they cook them.
Right. Yeah.
And it's really good.
People in Western countries eat bugs as well. The French are renowned for their escargot.
Provincial food, I believe, is the best food in France. Parisian food is not my style, even though I was trained in it. If you actually look at provincial food, it's all about very raw ingredients, very basic ingredients, and putting those together. And escargot was probably something really basic that was easy to achieve and easy to use as well.
We took to the streets with some of Sky's mealworm lollipops and chocolate-coated crickets to see if people were willing to sample the delights.
Even being from Texas, I would not eat this bug lollipop.
I don't know.
Just have a bite.
Ready? We're on it.
Tastes like a normal biscuit?
Yeah. It's cool, isn't it?
Everyone has eaten insects. Traces of insects are found in most foods like flour and milk, and ground red food dye, which is found in many products including the famous drink Coca-Cola, is made of dried cochineal bugs. Insects are the most widespread creatures on the earth. There are 1,500 types of edible insects.
Well, it takes a lot less space to farm bugs. About 80% of the world's population actually eats bugs. So in Australia, we're in the minority group, in the 20% that don't really eat them. So to create 150 grams of beef, it requires 3,300 litres of water. But to create the same amount of crickets, it requires less than 1 ml of water.
But why does the mere thought of a critter fritter make us turn away in disgust? After all, we eat ugly-looking prawns, squid and lobster, the insects of the sea. And Indigenous Australians eat bugs all the time. Laurel, a professor in information technology, has out of passion for Aboriginal and Australian food written a native Australian cookbook.
The women, when they're going out gathering, while they're with the children, they'll look out for signs of witchetty grubs or other bugs while they're out walking, and that when they see, like, say, cracks in the soil around the witchetty bushes, which is like a type of wattle, they'll, stop their journey and get out their crowbars or their digging sticks and start digging for the witchetty grubs.
So, will we ever think of adding insects to our diet?
Look, I think I would go with an open perspective. If someone, I thought would actually engage in trying new things, I definitely, and they asked me the question, what did I think of bugs and should I add it to their diet? I'd say absolutely go for it, because as long as it's coming and sourced correctly, because obviously it's not about picking, a snail up and eating it. It is very much about sort of finding out, what farming practices they're actually using to feed these bugs, making sure they're obviously in the most healthiest environment they possibly can. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be eating them.
I think that we just somehow, they turn our stomach, the whole idea.
So if we just change our attitudes to eat more of these mealworms, we could just be saving the human race.